Hello, I'm Phil Franz-Warkentin of the Western Producer Markets Desk. I'm here today with Jerry Klassen of Resilient Capital to talk about some of the things moving the markets right now. Hi, Jerry.
Good morning, Phil.
So canola futures, they've hit some of their highest levels since June of last year. Do you believe that the market's run its course, or do you think there's more upside potential?
Recently, the canola futures have been mirroring the price behavior of the soybean oil in the crude oil markets. The energy complex has incorporated a risk premium due to the U.S.-led war on Iran. Now, and Iran's retaliation efforts to block vessel traffic through the Strait of Hormuz. Now, there appears to be a coordinated effort from the U.S. and its allies, mainly NATO, to clear mines and allow safe passage for oil vessels through the strait. If the oil trade resumes over the next couple of weeks, oil prices will come under pressure, and this will cause canola futures to trade lower.
So do you think canola futures can move higher if crude oil stays around these current levels, around $100 per barrel for an extended time?
I don't think so, Phil. Seasonally, the canola market tends to rally in spring due to production uncertainty. This year, this crude oil risk premium in the market, should we say, is equal to the production ambiguity. Prices are high enough to attract farmer selling. Statistics Canada will release their March 31st stocks report on May 6th. I'm expecting stocks to come in around 9.5 million tons. This is up about 3 million tons from last year, so stocks on farm are rather burdensome. Most domestic crushers have their demand covered through to new crop positions, and exporters are also filling up. Therefore, basis levels have deteriorated in the country system. So even if crude oil trades higher, I don't believe additional strength in the canola market can be maintained for an extended period of time.
And so on top of that, the speculative funds are a big player in the market. How are they behaving at these higher price levels?
For the week ending March 17th, the Commitment of Traders report had the managed money length near 111,000 contracts. This is the largest long position since July of last year. The speculative money, Phil, is running out of buying power. And you know what they say, when everybody's on one side of the boat, the market usually collapses.
So what does that mean for farmers in Western Canada?
Well, I've been recommending that farmers move to 80 to 90% sold on their 2025 production. To really see further upside, we would need a major drought in Western Canada or the U.S. Midwest. So I consider the last, 10 to 20% of their stocks as gambling stocks. But farmers need to take advantage of these higher prices. The canola futures spreads are trading near full carry. The market is telling farmers to sell now for June or July delivery.
Okay. So shifting gears a bit, what do you think what do you think's in store for the spring wheat market? Is there upside potential there?
The spring wheat market has moved in tandem with the U.S. hard red winter wheat market. The U.S. southern plains have experienced drought-like conditions. In a normal year, Kansas receives seasonal rains in April, and this year will be no exception. The forecast for Kansas calls for regular rains throughout the month of April. So the U.S. hard red winter wheat market needs significant export demand to drive this market higher, and it's just not coming forward. So the U.S. hard red winter wheat is trading at a sharp premium to European and Russian offers. So in April, the spring wheat market will likely trade a little bit lower as the seasonal rains come across the hard red winter wheat belt into the U.S.
Okay. And finally, I know we've talked in the past on feed grains, on looking at barley. Are you still bullish on barley, or what are you watching there?
Feedlots in the Lethbridge area were buying feed barley in the range of $300 to $305 per ton delivered last week. This is up about $30 a ton from last month. So the market is functioning to encourage acreage. And until we see that the actual acreage and production become more certain, the barley market has further upside potential.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot, Jerry. A lot going on in the markets there. Appreciate your time. Thanks for joining us.